Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Legends Roadwork. I am, of course, here with Purple Wokey, who I am always here with every time.
Every single episode.
Still
I'm here,
introducing him, though,
nonstop.
because it's polite. I gotta
Yeah.
let him know that you're here.
Yeah, and it'll be good when I eventually just take over Legends Woodwork and then I take it myself.
There's gonna be one
Just
episode where I don't introduce you, and there's gonna be at least one guy that's like, who the fuck is the other guy?
no, it's fair enough. But that's the same people who in the beginning said like, "Oh, they sound exactly the same."
Yeah, I remember that for a long time. People said we sound exactly the same.
Yeah, they couldn't tell who was Penta, and that I felt that was the weirdest thing because Penta was like from a completely different
The
like
extremely strong
country.
Finnish accent. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so off topic for a minute, but you have not played Devil May Cry 5 yet, is that correct?
No, because my PS4 is
Right,
still
because it's because
still in
the
storage.
PS4 is dead.
Yeah, basically for me, it's all Switch, and it's only Switch.
Yeah, Devil May Cry ain't happening on the Switch. Although, aren't
No,
they getting
I've
they're getting
seen.
Dragon Ball Heroes though pretty soon. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. They are getting Dragon Ball Heroes, so
Yeah,
there's still stuff I can play. It's just that some things like Devil May Cry 5, I just can't play yet because
right.
the Switch could not handle it. It would literally burn to death in everyone's hands.
Yeah, but Bloody Palace is coming out on Monday, and I'm really excited. But I'm also kind of nervous because everyone is like screaming from the stars that that's going to be when they make Virgil playable. But there has
Uh
not
huh.
been any hint so far that Virgil is coming with it. So they're either going to drop Virgil with the update just completely out of nowhere, or we're going to be just in the dark on if we're even going to get a playable Virgil at all.
Oh, so you're dealing with a Japanese company, is what you're telling me? Is
Correct.
that you don't?
Yes. With a Japanese company that does not want to tell us what's going on. I'm very nervous.
No, yeah, you should be. I guess it's gonna be the first DLC for a game that is basically the comeback for Devil May Cry.
Right.
Well, not the comeback, but just the comeback in everyone's eyes of like going like, yeah, it's back. Everyone loves it. It's probably here to stay, and you don't want the DLC to be fucked with in any
You
way.
don't want it to be,
It's like
yeah, bad.
it's like watching a child walk for the first time, and let it go for a bit, and it starts like slowly heading towards the wall, and you go like, no, don't.
Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Bloody Palace is gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for it. I was actually a Nero player in 4, but I play Dante in 5 just because I can't not play the fucking nunchucks that turn into a bow staff. I have to do that, and the
Yeah,
motorcycle. I can't not
yeah.
play those things.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the motorcycle, which the motorcycle is a chainsaw double thing, which is one of the coolest things I saw when we streamed it.
Yeah, it's
Is that
oh my
you just
god.
did that?
Speaking of streamed it, if you're around next week, I'll be streaming Bloody Palace with viewers, hopefully.
Yeah, let's see. I think the death trail that is my work week might be ending eventually.
At
So
some point,
hopefully
it's
by
gotta
then.
end, right?
At some point it's gotta end because let me tell you, I'm at the edge of the rope already. I'm a man on edge.
Not ideal.
My feet fucking hurt. I woke up hurt today. Tired. So I would love to join up with a stream because that last Devil May Cry stream was real fun. Because if I was not there, all you would have done was kind of occasionally make comments and just play Devil May Cry.
Yeah, yeah, I was very into it. Devil May Cry 5 was like my favorite game in a long time.
Yeah, you play that game like some people who like stream fighting games. When they get into a good fighting game match, they stop talking, only to comment when someone like if they lose a round or they lose a character, then they go like, ah, this guy's good, and then they'll continue fighting.
Yeah, that was me pretty much. Well, I had
Yeah, it's
just
very
gotten Dante at that point too, so I was like really fucking like into it
jumped
because
in.
I had to figure out all I was doing with his new weapons and stuff.
Yeah, that was something that. So I thought that they would make you start with Dante, but they actually don't. It actually
No,
takes them a
you
while.
yeah, you start with Nero and then you get V a little bit after that, but you don't get to be Dante until like halfway through the game.
That's bold. That's a bold statement. Imagine having like, for example, this would be a funny example that a Mario game, you did not play Mario until the very last stage. Like
Well, actually, in
there's the
Devil May
eight
Cry
stage.
4, you also didn't play Dante until about halfway through the game.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, you were
That's
Nero
fun.
only.
That's it. I guess at a certain point you have to like push your new people. It's like, okay, you need to check out this guy who keeps reading your poetry. And what happened to the guy that I forget Nero. You have to also check in on Nero. So you check on Nero, you check on the new guy, and then boom, you bring in the Star Killer right at the end, where it's like,
Right.
"That's right, bitch. It's
Yeah,
my
that's pretty
game."
much what they did. He actually has a line where he says that, where he says, "Sorry, Nero and V, but this is my game."
That's
It's an
funny.
actual line. Yeah, the dialogue's really good in this. It's very self-aware, which is when Devil May Cry is at its best, when it's like not taking
Yeah, I
itself
keep
super seriously.
seeing. I don't know the context of it. I just see that dance when he's doing the smooth criminal dance.
Yeah, that's a real cutscene.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I cannot for the life of me figure out when he does it, or like, is that like a late game cutscene or an early
Yeah,
game
so when
cutscene?
he meets back up with the party, the girl who designed Nero's robot arm, she's like a big fangirl of him. So she gives
Mhm.
him the cowboy hat because she's like super into him. And so then he puts the cowboy hat on, and then the lights just dim, and he just starts dancing.
You gotta give him the show. You gotta give him what they came for.
Right. Well, Dante always has that scene where when he gets a new weapon, he like dramatically tries it out, doing like crazy moves and shit. So that's
Uh
that version of his dramatic cutscene for the hat is the smooth criminal dance.
huh. That's pretty good. That's funny. That's another thing over like the very rarely do I ever go like, oh man, I feel like I missed out on like a PS1 or PS2 game. I just because growing up I was mainly just Nintendo focused. That's what my family was about. And I'm not like saying like, oh man, I wish I had it. I was perfectly happy with what I had, even if I didn't have everything. But Devil May Cry is definitely one of those series is like I just never fully understood. So hearing that like, oh no, Dante always does this, it's like really? I would have never guessed.
Well, in Devil May Cry 1, he doesn't, because in Devil May Cry 1, he's like a jackass still, but he's not as like. Devil May Cry 1 was a lot like Phantom Blood, where it wasn't self aware yet. So it was still
Mm.
trying to be like super hyper, like cool, and Dante was like cocky and he talked shit, but he was still pretty serious and stuff. Then Devil May
Yeah, he
Cry
was
2,
more
they
of
went
the
full serious, where he was just not even like funny anymore, and people fucking hated it. Then in Devil May Cry 3, they went hard the opposite direction, where he was like cocky and an asshole, but he was also like a complete dork, and it was great.
and that's why Devil May Cry 3 is
Yeah, that's the
the
one that
golden
everybody
child.
loves. Yeah. Nobody
Mm.
has bad things to say about that. There's a scene in that game where he's riding a motorcycle vertically up a building, and then demons
That's
jump
pretty
off the
good.
building to attack him, and he jumps off the bike and he's holding the bike by the handlebars and swinging it around like nunchucks.
See, that's the best part of like Ghost Rider is not the besides whenever Nick Cage is allowed to be Nick Cage, it's the parts where he's using the motorcycle in ways that you did not expect a motorcycle to actually act. That's great. Like climbing up windows, that's fantastic. Not climbing up windows, climbing up buildings. If it was
Hmm.
climbing up windows, it would probably be. It
Probably would
just
just
means
break
that
the
you
window.
crashed really badly.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, yeah, I can't wait to play it. I would love to play Devil May Cry 5, and hopefully, when I get my house again and I escape this laptop that I record from, I'll be able to.
I hope so. But anyway, we should probably get into what we're actually here for, Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Legends. So Gogeta
Yes.
just dropped. He's really good. What are
I
your
pulled
thoughts
him.
on Gogeta?
I pulled him in one multi, so I don't understand what everyone's complaining about.
Yeah.
Just be like, just be like me. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I
Five
I
out of
got
five
him
good
in
kids.
2 multis, so I agree. Just stop complaining and be like us, and just get him really
Yeah,
easy.
exactly.
I also say 5 out of 5.
All right, perfect.
Okay, great. Well, everybody, thank you for coming to the Legends Roadwork. Gogeta's a 5 out of 5, and we will see you
Yeah.
guys in the next episode.
See you guys next time.
Bye.